Welcome, conference goers and friends and colleagues of Grantmakers for Education. Hi, I'm Noah Scalin, and I co-run Another Limited Rebellion, an art and innovation consultancy with my business partner, Micah Scalin. We're a brother and sister team who've been collaborating since we first met. As artists and educators ourselves, we are thrilled to be invited by the Arts Education Impact Group in partnership with Grantmakers for Education to bring a special personal creative development opportunity to you. Our company provides a strategic approach to developing creative capabilities. Our programs help adult learners cultivate, understand, and apply their creativity so that they can feel confident it will be there when they need it most. The trouble is that too often we fall into a trap when it comes to creativity, believing it's only for certain people or at certain times, believing we need some special abilities, materials, or places to get started. We need to shift our thinking about creativity, who gets to be creative and when, so we can access more of it in ourselves and draw it out in others when we need it the most. You may still be thinking, but I don't have a creative bone in my body. Don't worry, no one does. We have creative muscles, and you can pump up those muscles using art-making activities. And it doesn't have to take long to see an impact. By applying a creative practice methodology that is aligned with experiential learning models, anyone can use simple art-making activities as a catalyst for exponential growth and change. So what is the ROI of creativity? We get this question a lot, and the fact is, if people are asking about the return on investment of creativity, then that means they aren't fully understanding how truly essential it is already in nearly every industry and how much more necessary it will be in the very near future. So what do we get when we invest in creative development for ourselves and the learners we're supporting? There are truly a myriad of benefits, but here are just a few of the essential capabilities that creativity helps us to develop. Creativity helps us to innovate. New perspectives are desperately needed as the pace of innovation increases and change becomes a constant in our lives. People confident in their own creativity can thrive in this environment and help others to do the same. Creativity helps us to learn. Educators must now prepare learners who are not only capable of consistently envisioning new solutions, but also have the resilience, adaptability, and resourcefulness to make them a reality. Integrated into education, creative experiences provide learners a more fully rounded problem-solving toolkit. Creativity helps us to connect. As we strive to create more inclusive schools, workplaces, and communities, educators and learners alike must develop an ability to create cross-cultural bridges. Creative experiences make these connections between people of different backgrounds so we can work together in more effective ways. The exciting thing is, we've discovered that educators of all types are eager to support initiatives that help learners develop these capabilities. They are actively seeking out tools and resources to educate the whole learner by unleashing their creativity in any context. Arts have long been in the margins considered an additive, a special sauce, the icing on the cake rather than the main ingredient in education. Now, many organizations are reconsidering the position of arts in education from preschool to grad school and beyond. Here are just a couple examples from our own recent experiences of working with educators. At the Virginia Commonwealth University School of Business, leadership needed a new approach to preparing students for their future, one that integrated many different perspectives. Through an artist-in-residence program, students, faculty, and administration engaged in a variety of arts activities from installations in their atrium to experiential workshops. This provided opportunity for the different stakeholders in this major public institution to communicate with each other. It helped learners express their needs and visions for their own future, so educators and administration could respond in real time. This program was recognized with an award for innovation from the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, and has resulted in an ongoing dialogue that brings diverse perspectives together to expand the perception of how a business education can support the whole learner. At Short Pump Middle School, leadership felt they could be doing more to help fully prepare students for long-term life success beyond test scores. Through a year-long professional development training program, creative learning experiences gave all teachers and administration an opportunity to stretch their own creativity. Even those who otherwise wouldn't have considered themselves creative were surprised by how many opportunities they discovered for creativity in their lesson plans. Classroom engagement of educators and learners increased as they inspired each other to be more resourceful and collaborative long after the program ended. So the exciting part is you now have an opportunity to pump your own creative muscles, exploring what it means to invest in the whole learner, and have some fun challenging yourself to practice these learning competencies. The purpose of this challenge, which we call Creative Sprint, is not to make masterpieces every day, or any day. The purpose is to make it easier to switch into the creative mindset quickly, even when it feels inconvenient. It may feel awkward at first, but in no time it will become as familiar as brushing your teeth. Here's how it works. There are 3 rules for Creative Sprint. Make something, share, and reflect. Make something. We will email you a different Creative Sprint prompt each day for 10 days. The prompts will begin 1 week before the conference and continue throughout the conference. Just use your hands and materials available to you to respond to the prompt each day. We suggest giving yourself a 5-minute time limit to keep yourself from overthinking it. Share what you make. Sharing unfinished, imperfect, raw work may be the hardest part of this process, but it is absolutely essential. It allows you to get feedback early in your learning process so you can make adjustments as you go and get better ideas faster. Once you put it out there, you may be surprised at how people respond to things that you don't feel are great. Just share via hashtag #EdFunders18 on Twitter and Instagram and the conference app. Reflect on what happened. We will email you some questions to help you focus in on how you worked, not just what you made. This will not be a critique, but rather a check-in on your progress, a time to learn from the work you've done and track your growth. Are you ready to try it? The Grantmakers for Education Creative Sprint kicks off on October 9th. All you need to do is sign up on the GFE conference website. You can jump in anytime. Happy creating, and don't forget, creativity is a practice.